Hey guys, System here, and this is SkyFactory 5. I myself am having I think I'm having a pretty good day today. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward to get back into this amazing and colorful pack, right? So in between episodes, did a little bit of stuff, not a ton. Mostly got ready for today, right? Our bamboo is getting quite tall there. I think one of the tasks in the task book is to grow that all the way from the bottom of the world to the top of the world. I think it's sugarcane though. We'll do that at some point. I had to change this too, so I got rid of our crafting station. I made one of these here, a crafting upgrade, put inside these barrels here. Then you actually can craft from within the barrel. One little weird kind of caveat with that is if you try to shift and click when it's kind of open, it does that. So you actually have to close it and do that to be able to shift items into said barrel. So pretty cool though, makes it so I can still do my barrel crafting. We're going to get into an inventory system today, so not that big. I did go ahead and make the, which one did we have before? The sag mill, right? So we had the sag mill. Made myself the alloy smelter. So this one here can just do some alloys and can do our smelting, right? So it can actually do the smelting quite quick as well. So if we go ahead and grab, I need to do a batch of this. So let's go ahead and grab that, this right here, and go ahead and pop it in the top like this. Make sure it's on smelting mode. You can go to smelting mode, furnace mode, or both. I'm going to leave it on furnace mode when I'm doing smelting. Otherwise, I'm going to do, I guess, alloys, right? Otherwise, it'll just pull other things into these slots that you don't want in here. So just leave it on the one you probably want to do. Also upgraded the capacitor. It's over here. Just that. These energetic are easy to make. So pretty simple. Glowstone, we can just trade for glowstone with the die. So really easy there. And you can just craft it too. So craft it with itself. I noticed that you don't actually have to break it. I know I have some around here somewhere. Right here. And you just do that. Yeah, you can just craft it with itself. That'll handle that as well. The only other thing I think I did was some more trades, right? So I was working on more of the trophies. So I have all the vein creepers, so that's pretty awesome. And then I think I did a couple more of the trophies, but I don't think it's really important. Also, the update right now, so we're on 5.04. So there was 2 put out yesterday, 1 early, 1 really late at night. The one that was put out last fixed all the mob issues. So this one is the best version out right now. 5.04 is the one you want to be on, so that's definitely something to be aware of. Oh, I guess the stuff we got from the nether as well. So we got some stuff here, not really many things we really needed too much. I noticed that we get all of our stuff there, so like the wilden wings, the spikes, and the horns, then your berries and stuff as well. So that's cool. And outside of that, nothing I really needed, except for I have a ton of spawners now. I kind of forgot about that too. Go ahead and check that out. Which one is it in? This one here. Yeah, we're already up to, what is that, 15, 14? I think that's 15 spawners. So we got a lot there. I need 16 for a farm that we're going to set up. Well, plus we'll probably have Enderman and Blazes as well. So we need a couple more, but that'll probably be tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it here. I think the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and, like I said, work towards getting a inventory system up and running. And before I forget, I didn't actually tell you guys how to set the sides on these machines. So basically you can just kind of hit this I/O configuration. You can move the machine around. You can kind of just right click on the side you want to and then set them how you want. I have the tops of them set to in out. That way they can pull in the items and then push them back out. So that is how I have that going here. Go ahead and made myself this machine here, an induction smelter. We're going to be using this to make steel. Really easy recipe, so I just went ahead and got that done. And I grabbed 27 of these coke bricks. So you need this for a multi-block to actually make coal coke, right? So what we're going to be using this for is to get us coal coke. With the coal coke, we can use that in iron in the induction to make us, what is this set to? To make us steel, which we need for the presses. There we go, that one there. Fantastic. And then we need our hammer as well. There we go. This thing is good to go. Basically, all you have to do with this thing is throw coal in it. And I only need a few, too. You can do blocks. I guess I already have it on me. You can do blocks, but it takes way longer. I only need a few of these, right? So what we need this for is for these presses, right? These inscriber presses. We need several of them. Usually you need several different kinds, right? But in this pack, you only need the one kind. Dark Ozo actually changed it, so each type of the circuit all uses a inscriber press. It just says inscriber press as well, I guess, the printed. So we'll only need, I guess, 4 of the presses originally, and then later on we'll switch around. I'll probably end up with, well, the way I'll end up with this in the end probably is 1 inscriber for each of the logic circuits. So we have parallel crafting. Then I'll probably have several to do silicon. That way, if it's doing parallel crafting, you keep up. But for right now, I'm just going to go with the 1 silicon here. I need a couple of these kind of go over and turn to coal coke, which point we could make this steel here. There was another way of doing it too. You could use the coke oven, right? Or the blast furnace, right? From immersive as well. But if I could use the induction to do it, this seemed way easier. Also, a couple resources I worked on as well, I guess, was this here. I got a silicon. A couple ways of doing this. You could go ahead and just smelt down the Certus dust. So you would grind down the Certus and do that jazz. But I didn't want to do it that way. The way I did it was here with the seg mill. And you can actually just grind down sand. And it's not every time. It's 50% chance. So out of about 7 stacks that I did, that's what I got there. So while that's actually processing, we should go ahead and grab ourselves a charger as well. And we'll go ahead and hook that up to power somewhere. I may do this back here. This thing's a little jank. Let's do this here. Let's do that. So this thing is going to be used to make charged Certus. So what we want to do here is have a way to automatically charge Certus for us, so I don't have to sit here and right-click this thing nonstop. So I'll do that there, and that there. That looks good. Then we'll have our actual wrench there. And this one, I guess, we'll pull in there. This one will pull out. And all we need to do is grab some of our Certus crystals, which we get from our setup, the RGB, and then go ahead and pump that in there. We should get a stack of that pretty quick. Hopefully. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. It's already done one. There you go. So it's going to grab the Certus every time it gets charged. Uses a little bit of power. It'll end up in the chest. And yeah, we need a little bit of these, and then we're good to go there. We doubt we have enough steel yet either. Or sorry, coal coke. We only have the one. I guess I could start the making of the steel as well. Although I don't think it takes very long, so it's just this here, right? There you go. We are on the way. So now that we have some of that charged Certus, we're going to go ahead and grab about half a stack of it here. So there we go. There's 32. And we're going to take this nether quartz and redstone and throw it in water. And then we should get this here, this fluid crystal, right? So we'll just go ahead and shift those in. Kind of give that a second. And they should start just spitting out there. There you go. So we have a good amount of that. Got ourselves 64. That's going to be another component here. You don't need a ton of that, but you do need a bit. I think I need one more piece of coal coke after this, and then we are good to go. Then we can actually get our full system up and running. I just remembered, too, there was another way of doing coal coke, too, right? So there's actually a way with thermal, right? So I could have made the pyrolyzer. So this would have been an option as well. It is a little more expensive, I guess, with the blaze rod. But, yeah, you just take the coal, put it in there, then you get some byproducts as well, right? And we could have used this as well to do the same thing, but I guess it doesn't hurt either way to have done it this way. So anyway, there is our last piece of steel here, and now we are pretty much ready to go. Also went ahead and made us 5 inscribers, so we have 5 of them. So I guess that's the thing. There you go. There'll be 1 for each type of circuit, 1 for the silicon, and 1 to make the actual finished processors. Just need to grab ourselves a little bit of the skystone. I've already smelted this down too, so I have some of the skystone already smelted down. You actually have to double smelt it. But once you've done that, you're good in that regards. You need that for the controller blocks we're going to be making. I need to go ahead and turn these into plates as well, I believe. So let's do that. With that, we should be able to make our actual inscriber presses. Right there. Go ahead and grab them. I'm still not used to this crafting. I have to say, I'm not used to this at all. Let me do it that way. Yeah, I didn't like that tool at all inside this thing. I'll also probably put the rest of the presses in here. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab you and get them into place. So we will have this set up. Actually, let's just break you and put you back down because I don't want you oriented in some weird way. Go ahead and put one in there. Can you right-click these in here again? Is that something you can do? No. Let's go ahead and do that. It's here and there. Now, these are going to be used to make all our different materials. For right now, I think I only need 1 engineering processor. That'll be a diamond. I'll make a bunch of these ones, I guess. The printed. We'll need a bunch for the silicon as well. I already showed you how we're going to make the silicon there. I'll grab about a stack of that. And then the calculation is going to take the Certus crystals as well. Let's go ahead and grab them. And I won't need many of those either. We'll probably go with like 16 to start us off. That should be good. So what we'll do here is get them kind of producing. So if I throw gold in here, I should start making our printed logic circuits. This one here will be our engineering. This one will be all of our calculations. Then we need to run them through here with silicon and redstone, at which point I'll turn them into the finished product, which is pretty rad. Go ahead and pop them into here. Isn't this the way it works? Wait a sec. Here. That's... Oh, I didn't do the thing with the silicon. Silicon goes in here. Here you go. Then I can put the redstone in here to once the other stuff, right? So if I grab, I guess, gold now, pop it in there, grab ourselves a printed silicon. Here you go. So I'm just going to go let these all finish up here. Actually, is this one working? Is it powered? It's not powered. Once it's powered, it'll work, right? Let's do that. Cool. Yes, once these are all done, we'll go ahead and actually craft everything up, and we will have a fully working system, which is fantastic. So I think I have just about everything I need here. I'm just crafting. I already crafted up the controller. I think I got everything for the drive now. Let's go ahead and grab that. It's going to hold the disk. This thing is the power. You give it power, I should say, and then it'll power the system. AE2 uses its own power system, but it needs to be converted through a ME controller, or what is the other one there? Energy acceptor. But that only does 8 channels. Just make one of these. It's way too easy not to. We have some extra cables. And I guess all we need is the crafting grid, right? What do we need here? That we'll need a couple of those. I'm going to do a couple recipes of those. Those cores are actually used a lot for like the buses and stuff. So let's go ahead and grab them. Then we should need a weird thing down here as well, right? Yeah, we need some of this quartz glass. This is used a fair amount too, I think. So let's go ahead and grab that. And then hopefully the panels. Go ahead, the illuminated panel. That thing's just a light too, so you can make those just for lights. There's the ME terminal. This one just shows you the items. You can't do crafting. This one here will let you do crafting. So there's our, whoops. Did I just make 2 of those? I messed up. I meant to make the crafting terminal, right? ME crafting terminal. There you go. Go ahead and grab that. We'll drop off that one. We'll need other terminals later on anyway. Drop that off as well. I think we have everything to actually set this up, except for some drives, right? So we'll end up with some of these 1K storage components. The bigger the component, basically the more the drives can actually store as well. The drive can hold 10 drives, so I'm going to make 10. And I'm going to make one of the fluid because I plan to set one up to water at some point. Maybe not right now, but at some point. Then I'll have 9 for the storage. Now these drives too are kind of limited with, oh, I just messed that up. Do that, close you, and do this here. They're limited in as much as they can hold a good amount of items, right? So they hold more items based on how many different types of items are in them, right? So these are going to hold 63 different types of items. If it was only one type of item, I believe a 1K ME storage cell could hold 8,000 items. But with 63 different types, I believe the maximum is about 4,000. So it's a little weird there. It works on that little byte system. Doesn't matter too much. We'll be upgrading these all up to 64s before too long anyway. So I'm not really concerned. Plus, we're going to have a drawer system anyway, using the sophisticated barrels at some point. So that's good there. Go ahead, throw that down. Get all our drives in there. Got a bunch of them. And then on top of that, I guess all we need is our terminal. So we'll have that there. And our crafting terminal. Oh, do not do that. I didn't grab one of the wrenches either. I should have grabbed that. Have to make sure we have the processors for it. Right there. Actually, it's just Certus, right? What is that called? It is the Certus quartz wrench. It's in here, right? I should be able to make it. Certus? Yeah, one of these, right? Yeah, there you go. Let's look at the other one that can actually tell you about the power. Yeah, they'll just take stuff off instantly. So that's good there. Last thing this thing needs is some power. And this thing is good to go and ready to be filled up with all my stuff and things, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and power it up. There you go. It's all lit up. Everything's good. Then we head up here. We should be able to start putting items in here. No problem at all whatsoever. So yeah, that's our AE2 system. I'm going to start working on getting a lot of our stuff in here too. So I'm just going to fill it up for now. I'll be resorting this later on once we have a drawer system as well. Because I'll have certain items I want to keep in drawers. Things I'm going to get massive amounts of, basically, will go into drawers. Anything I just, get like a stack of, or less than a stack of, or just a few stacks of, even, I'll end up putting inside of the drives, right? So I have it kind of sorted that way. For right now, I'm just going to go ahead and throw everything in here. Just like that, pretty much all of our items are in the storage now, right? So go ahead, cover that up. I want to grab that chest too. It's kind of important to me. Go ahead, head back up there. And you can see here, some of the drives now are kind of filled up on type. So this one here, I guess this one's almost completely filled. This one's almost completely filled as well. Sometimes you won't be able to completely fill them, all right? Because they can only hold 63 types. You don't have enough of the items of those types to fit in those drives. But these other ones here still have plenty of room, right? So we can still fit several hundred different types of items, as well as a bunch more items. And if you end up spillover, right? So if I end up with more redstone, it'll just go onto a new drive. There's a way to clean that and get them all on the same drive, but we'll do that later on, right? For right now, we have a storage system. Everything's good in the world. And yeah, we are pretty much good to go. And that cleans up a lot. It makes my life a lot easier. Also, any settings I want to change in here, I usually do it by number of items. And then I usually like big numbers on top because I'm weird. And then anything else? Stored craftable is fine. Terminal settings. Pin auto-crafted items to first row. I like that one. I like the notify as well. Automatically clear terminal grid on close. Automatically clear terminal grid. Oh, that's if you have items left in the grid. That one's actually good to turn on because sometimes you'll lose items. Like if you have multiple crafting grids around your base, because that's something you could do. I'll take the items out and clear the grid and put them back in the system, which is actually a pretty good idea. Autofocus, no. I like the sync as well. So if I search up here, right, and search for cheese, just to say something, right? Cheese. There you go. I guess chest plate. We'll go chest plate. There you go. Chest. Then it's searching inside my system and over here at the same time. So that's pretty good. And terminal style. Probably had on the one I wanted. Yeah, we'll go with this one here. There you go. That is our system. That is super cool. So we are good on the inventory system. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now, and I think we're getting into something else. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and work on a Inferium farm, so we can get into some mystical agriculture. Not sure exactly. I actually not sure if we're going to use that for our resources in the pack. Probably not, actually. I am kind of determined to do the vein creepers, but it's going to take a little bit more to get to that point. But I want to go ahead and fill this up here. I'm actually doing a recipe in here to get us some of this biomass. I've never actually used this before. It's from Cyclic. It's going to be used to make these sprinklers. So I'm going to be using that to speed up our growth. Because it says, like this glass, it looks like you can put it above the crops. Reacts to sunlight. If it's in direct contact, produces light. Lights up crops. I read somewhere it actually speeds up crops. They're reactive to sunlight, promotes crop growth. So I'm going to have that over the farm. Then we'll have sprinklers to actually sprinkle, I guess sprinkler the crops, not sprinkle. And then there was another item as well I was thinking about making. That was in here as well with the biomass. It was all biomass related. Where was it at? It was... Maybe it was in here? Yeah, this stuff here. So Terra Preta. Place blown farmland for sprinkler like roof. I don't know if this one is going to work with Mystical. But I know the sprinklers work with Mystical. But this might work with Mystical as well. So maybe I'll try it out. I know you can put Inferium underneath and speed it up. Blah, blah, blah. The blocks, you know what I mean? I think they're called growth accelerators, but I can't produce enough of them where I could produce this, right? So I'm just looking at this as an option until later on. So that's good there. We'll kind of let that keep going. Might as well go ahead and make the rest here. So we're going to need a harvester. Why am I looking at that? I thought that was my crafting table on the ground. Let's go ahead and grab this. Get ourselves some compressed cobblestone. So I'll have the harvester. This will do the automatic gentle harvesting. So that's cool. Then we'll want a item collector on top of that. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of those. And grab ourselves a flint block. And then hopefully just the droppers. And this will be what actually collects the items. And these machines are really powerful. I think this one takes power and this one doesn't. Maybe it's the other way around. It doesn't matter. And that should be everything there. And then on top of that, we'll have the Inferium, which I don't have much of right now. I believe you get this from yellow. No, you get it from lime trees because it's a lime item. So you get that from lime trees there. And we want the Inferium seeds, right? So these ones right here. Oh, I don't have any seeds here. Actually has some seeds, I believe, over in one of these. Hopefully. There you go. Got it right there. Don't have many seeds at all. I should probably keep at least one of those. But we don't have much Inferium either way, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's easy to get the seeds. There you go. I guess we'll only start with 6. That'll be our kind of start there. And that should be everything we need. So let's go ahead and set it up. So what we need here is that. And then, I guess in between episodes I did this too. I added a lot more pouches, so I could actually put a lot more things in here too, which is really nice. But let's go ahead and grab our wand, get this set up. So we're going to do a standard, I guess, 9x9. There you go. That should be good. And we should be able to just wand that, right? That. And we go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh. One more. Oh, I have this turned on too. I need to turn it off. Cool. So this will be our farm here. We'll have water, I think, in the second. I'm going to put a sprinkler on top of this. I don't know if you can use multiple sprinklers in the same area, but we're going to go ahead and theorcraft that and see if it actually gets faster and stuff too. So we'll need a bucket of water. There, we got our first Inferium seeds down. Got our first, I guess, 6 of them going. They're not going to do much yet. We need to figure out how we're going to set this up too. So the harvester probably want on this side, so grab the items easily. I need some placement blocks. I guess I could just use this dirt here. So I'll have the harvester here, probably face the other way because that would make more sense. So the harvester there. This one is the one that takes power. I don't think this one does. Let me check that. Yeah, it doesn't take power. So here, actually I would want it the other way now I think of it, because I want to be able to grab the items very easily, right? So we'll just do that right there. So that's cool. Item collection, we can set the size too, or I should say the size. And that is way too big. This thing can go massive. Guess we only need a 9x9. We'll go one bigger just in case any fall off. That should handle that. Should be okay either way. I remember this thing being very fast. And we can set the height too. I don't think it matters. I think we're fine there. Yeah, you can make it go up or down too. So it doesn't matter too much. We'll go 2. Just in case they fly up in the air or grab them or something. I don't know if it matters. We'll set that to always on and hide the preview. Okay, so the other side here will be for the harvester itself. That's cool. Do the same basic thing. It's already way too big. If you want this thing to be more efficient, you definitely want to lower the size on this one. And that should be good. That'll be always on. Go ahead and break that. And then it will have to give it some power. I do have one more. Actually, nope. Did I get rid of... I guess I need some plugs, right? Maybe I used them all? Can't remember. Yeah, I think I did. I used them all, right? Let's go ahead and make some more. Not plugs, points. Oh, I have one left. Let's go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and get this powered. And then we'll go ahead and work on everything to speed this up as well. And see how fast we could actually get it with our base level of technology that we have at this point. I should be able to just put that down there too. Do that, that. There you go. And that should effectively be able to auto harvest, right? That's good. Why is it going one block down though? Do that. Get rid of the preview. And then the items, when it picks them up, I think they end up in this inventory. So we'll have to pipe it out of there into another inventory. But I just want to get this working first. So I got all the different things here. We'll go ahead and try them out and see how they work. And see what works and what doesn't, I guess. Let's go up here. First thing I want to try, it's almost like greenhouse glass from Ashley Editions, I guess, right? So this glass here should be able to go up here. It's not very attractive, but at the same time, if it speeds up crops, that's all I care. I'll have to watch that. I think these ones, this here, it only works in the sun. So that grew more. That grew more. Yeah, we can actively see a difference here. So that definitely works in the sun. That is actually kind of crazy. I want to see... I guess the farming too is a little slow. It does it by row. But this is definitely working. Okay, so that one definitely works. Let's go down here for a sec. Oh, I didn't turn on my flight. We're going on a little trip here. Actually, I'm going to let it keep going. There we go. Much better. Okay, let's try that again. We want to get some of that those peat blocks down here, right? Guess I didn't have to replace that one. Let's go ahead and put that one back around here. So this stuff all works kind of in tandem, or together, I should say. We'll use them kind of in conjunction, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. And this is the other stuff, right? This is the stuff that's fast. Yeah, it's supposed to speed it up. It says like sprinkler, so if the sprinkler works, I'm going to assume this works as well. See how fast this is getting here. There you go. Is that faster? I feel like that's faster as well. Okay. So that's cool. So the next stage would be to somehow get the sprinkler into this mess as well. So I'm just thinking about how to do that. So what I'll do is this here. Grab the sprinkler. We're going to have to give that water for underneath because this thing grabs the water, right? Yes. So I'll have to set up an infinite water source below the farm. And then we'll get the sprinkler kind of into this as well. I should be able to waterlog that block as well, I think, right? I'll do it afterwards. Actually, I'll test it. Should be able to waterlog the cable. Yes, cool. So we'll be able to do that. I just need to set up a infinite water source underneath the farm, then we'll pull into there. So I'll need some trapdoors or something. Okay, so what we'll do is go ahead and run the cable down here, right? It doesn't really matter where this goes either, I guess. So we'll just go this way, and we'll go a couple blocks too. And then I'm going to throw down this tank. It's just a singularity tank, but I'm going to throw it right there. Then that cable should connect to that. Then I can set the extract to there. Then we remove said tank. There you go. Then we go ahead and grab our trapdoors and stuff and set the water sources. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it'll automatically pull from the world, right? I think that's how it works with these cables here. There you go. That should be able to block the water in there. And there you go. It's working. Pretty sure it is anyway. Cool. Just look at it one more time to make sure. Then head over here. Yeah, it's full of water. Okay, cool. Now I need to find a way to get that. Now I want to water source this too. I guess that is the only problem, because I want to water source that block and not have it leak out. I may have to just cover this up, I guess. Because if I do, let's just do this right now. There we go. And that. Oh no, it's not going to spill through the pipes. I thought it was going to automatically flow. So that should work there, right? Everything should be good in the world. Let's get this thing off too, because I hate the movement with it. There you go. It's just necessity, right? There you go. And then, yeah, that should be working. We want our hoe, right? Cool. Then set this up again. See how it grows. That's already growing at a decent speed, you know what I mean? Once we have a total farm. Is this turned on too? Oh, always on. I want to see if it actually works correctly this time, because I was picking it up before. If so, I could scale this too. I could put sprinklers all along the outside of this. The entire thing. Just keep making them. There you go. Grabbed it. And it's in here. So there you go. We got the basic concept of the farm. I think I'm going to run with this. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch more biomass and glass. I'm going to do the entire roof with this Terra. I'm going to cover the bottom with that, what is it called? Tetra Petra? It was something weird. Anyway, whatever that fertilizer block was. And then maybe we'll start working on sprinklers after that. So I got all the fertilizer on the bottom done. But now we go ahead and make some more seeds here. I'm just bone mealing some wheat here to be able to get said seeds. Do that. See how many we get here. Not too bad. We're up to 12. Won't take too long to get more, right? Now that it's growing already at a pretty good pace, actually. Go into here. Do that. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to need light. This thing said something about light, but it was a little confusing as to what it actually meant by it. I'll have to read it again. But it didn't look like it was lit up at night. So I'm probably going to have to go ahead and make sure the farm is lit up as well. But nothing popped out of the soil, so maybe it stops that from happening. Yeah, that's actually still going. I can already make another seed. And yeah, I'm probably going to work on more sprinklers and see how crazy we can get this. Like, this is already going at a really good pace, actually, for a starter farm. This is not bad at all. Let's go ahead and get this all hoed up. So I went ahead and made myself a flare lantern, right? So we got one of those now, which is pretty rad. That's going to be used to light up this area, just to make sure it's always lit up, right? So with this places invisible lights in the area in about a 16 radius. That's roughly what it does. So we're looking pretty good there. Probably going to still throw in sprinklers. But you can see this thing's already going at a pretty solid pace. I need to go ahead and get down some more Inferium. The more I get down, the faster it goes, of course, right? Because, well, more are being harvested and planted. Just like that, it just ran back and forth, and there already is another 42. The way it kind of farms, too, it kind of goes down a row, right? You can actually see it every once in a while. It like pulls a row. So it does like a row at a time. But it works pretty well either way. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Got to keep sorting this out. I'm going to go ahead and probably start off next. I'm going to make maybe about 4 sprinklers. And we'll do a test and see if it actually speeds up the farm. So I'm going to go ahead and set up another 5 of these. I'm going to do them all on one side too. So I can kind of visibly see if it's different than the other side. I don't know the range on these either. So I'm not really sure how that works at all. But we're going to do a little test here either way. That there, right? Then go ahead and hit underneath. Is that on right now? Good. I'm not going to fall in the void again. And it'll be this center block, right? So under here, yeah, we should have a cable right there. Should be able to bring that across. Go. And those should get all powered up. And hopefully, that's actually doing the stuff with things, right? I think it's faster. So that whole row was done in that cycle. Those might be covering this too. It looks like this one is actually slower. So the sprinkler only reaches this far. Because this line looks like it's still going, like this line's still going fast too. It's a little random. Maybe I'll just keep making them and see how it goes. Because I can't actually tell. I should be able to make put the rest of our seeds here too. So let's go to get our seeds done. So I need some more leaves, but I should be able to plainly see if this is faster now, I guess, right? So if I start putting... The farm is already dropping items on the ground, so good thing I did this first, actually. Go to grab this wrench, set that extract. And I should be able to put the barrel right there. Then I should be able to put that in there, and then do that. You see there, it's already got, what, 2,000 in the slot almost. Looks like it'd be 16,000 per slot. And I'm pretty sure you can only put 2 in, but you can put other things in here too. I could throw in the, I think there's a 3x3 crafting upgrade as well. Is that for just, yeah, it is for the storage. And that can make it turn it into blocks and to be able to hold even more. Although I won't probably need that much. It's definitely doing the thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may set that item collection too. Item collector. We're gonna go, I may move this block 1 back actually. Because every once in a while, one's gonna end up out here too. That might be the better go. Actually, if I want it to be even faster, and I could make this faster still, it's just add in more item collectors. So there's less time where it's not fully grown and being farmed, right? So if I added a few more collectors, I may do that. I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. We're already up to 3,000 Inferium already in this short amount of time. So it's taking to be, this section of the video anyway, it's taking to be about 30 minutes. And we're already up to that. And this thing's just going to go non-stop now, which is pretty insane. This is not bad at all. Like I said, I didn't know what we were doing this pack. But these things from, I guess these blocks from Cyclic are actually very powerful. It seems to go quite a bit faster today too with the Terra glass. And I don't know, everything's working great. I love this. The funny thing is, you could actually add like another row of these sprinklers. It would still affect, like these guys seemed like they were working, like that one way over there was working this far out. So like 6 or 7 blocks out from the sprinkler, it seems like I was working on the farmland, you know what I mean? So you could do more rings if you wanted to keep the center part like super fast. But again, you would still need a really fast collection method. Either way, that is our farm. That is it's a pretty OP little farm to start, I have to say. That's not bad at all. There you go. Went ahead through the advanced compacting upgrade in there as well, and with that, they turned it all into blocks, and everything's good in the world, right? You have a whitelist and blacklist you can set with this little thing here as well. There's 2 levels of it too, so I think the first one only does 2x2. You got to make the second one the advanced. With the advanced, you get the 3x3 crafting. So that is rad all around. Really cool. And I had some filter and stuff too, but we're not too worried about that. So this farm is too fini, and it's not affecting my world at all. Like nothing is laggy. So this is actually pretty optimal. That's cool. So I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point. So I'm going to go ahead and actually wrap this one up here. So as always, guys, like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. I want you guys all to have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.